Okay, we are rolling. Let me put myself on camera. Shouts out to the producer, the director, the star of the show, me, Michael Savell. Appreciate you all for checking in once again. This is what it takes. It's Monday, 10/16/23. It's always October 16th carries a special day in my heart. That's the date of my oldest sister, Michelle. Happy birthday. Happy heavenly birthday. Oh my gosh, she would have been 40. She would have been 42. So I want to definitely, that's first and foremost on my list of things that I want to get done today for this What It Takes / foundational living. This show may not necessarily be that long. A lot of things that I need to do today, but I do want to give you guys as much information as I possibly can. So bear with me. Let's get to the housekeeping. Like, share, comment, hit the notification button, subscribe. That's all it takes. That's the ticket. It's actually a free show, but the donation I'm taking right now is a like, share, comment, and hit notification, and hitting the notification button depending on where you are getting this information. I definitely do appreciate it. I'm looking in the camera. I definitely appreciate when you like, subscribe, share, notify me, engage with the content, or let me know exactly what it is that you want to hear. Or if you have any questions, I'll naturally just put them in the comment section. Now, full disclaimer, I wasn't on social media this past weekend. I normally do a fast on Fridays. It's normally 36 hours from food, but last Friday, I decided that I was going to include social media into it. So I haven't been on social media since last week, Friday. So if you did ask me any questions, if you DM'd me, I definitely missed it. So my apologies. I will definitely get to it at some point in time today. Remember, we do this show every Monday. I drop this at around 4:30. It starts with me. That's my brother Joel Simmons with Tenacity Foundation. That's where you're going to find him. You're going to find him at 12:30 Wednesdays, Tenacity Foundation. I would check YouTube. That'd probably be the best place for you to go. And then, of course, we culminate the week every week, Fridays, Community Beacon. Appreciate you all checking that in. Last weekend, we debuted the balance in the workplace and home, work-life balance, whatever that means to you. I really think you should define that for yourself. What is it? What am I after? Is it moving my goals forward? Am I doing more than I probably need to be doing just to be busy versus being productive? How can I prioritize my time? How can I prioritize my family, which is what Joe kind of spoke about, prioritizing your family and your partner and some things that you need to do. Hint, hint, communicate. Hint, hint, communicate. All right, let's get into it. Let's start off the show with, because I'm a real estate guy, right? Let's start off the show with some real estate news. I'm going to bring this information up. We're looking at mortgages. The rate, which hit 7.57%. That was on, what was it, October 12th? I can't read it. Let me pull it up. This article came out October 12th. So last week, mortgage rates hit 7.5%. What does that mean to you? I took out my trusty mortgage calculator prior to getting on the show. And if you put 3.5% down on a $350,000 mortgage or home, you put 3.5% down, you're going to do 30 years, which is normal for most people. The average person at 7.5%, you're looking at right around $2,361.60 a month. Now, here's the disclaimer: that does not include your taxes and insurance. So depending on which, it really varies. And then you got association fees if you're going into a property that has association fees, which vary. So association fees excluded. I'm sure you have a thought in your mind, so you can just add this to your your final number. Let's say your insurance is around, I don't know, let's say it's $300 a month. You got a decent house, 300 bucks a month. It makes the math easier for me. Your insurance is going to say that around the same. So that's another 300. That'll get you 600. You're looking at around 3,000. You're looking at right around $3,000 to get into a $350,000 home. So, you can do the math on whether that is affordable or not to you. And I actually wanted to change. I kind of changed the segment name to, you see it, real estate news and opportunities. So as I was going through the internet, something resonated for me. So I'm going to share this as well. This resonate. Oh, there it is. Let me make sure you all can see what I'm look at what I'm looking at. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a huge opportunity. I think the baby boomers, and it says U.S. isn't ready for boomers to age in place. I think baby boomers are heading right around 70 or 70 years old, right around. I think that's the younger baby boomer generation is around, 65 to 70. Let's see if it tells us on here. Okay, so it's 65 and over. Right. So what does it say here? And I think the baby boomers are an excellent place to take a look at. So if you're working with an agent you're looking to find a home, this would be an excellent place to start, specifically in Florida. If there are baby boomers who are living in homes that have stairs, huge lawns that they need to take care of, etc., which they probably were taking care of it, probably need some maintenance, etc., like a lot, the bigger homes that need maintenance. These are excellent places, because what we're seeing now, and why the interest rate at 7.5% seems so high to most people, is because of the limited inventory, as we spoke about before. And because we have limited inventory, the prices are higher. So it's our job. It should be our job. It's my job. At least I say it is my job to go out and find a property that would fit the needs of my client. If I'm working with a buyer's client, even with sellers, when they sell their home, they have to move someplace else. In the case of the baby boomers, they're probably going to need a property that's probably a smaller, probably sitting around, instead of having a 2,500 to 3,500 square foot home, they're probably looking at something less than 1,800 square feet, probably less than 1,500. And some of them are looking to go into condos, no maintenance, very, very low maintenance, just having to deal with what's going on the inside of their box. That's essentially what a condo is, a box within a box. 55 plus communities, etc., places where they don't necessarily have to do as much maintenance. And I'm seeing that, and it's frustrating. So if you go by my motto, real estate is about the people and not as much as the property, you'll see that there's a lot of opportunities that sit within that bracket. And there's more, but I just saw that article and I thought that I would share it with you all. All right, let's get into it. What else do we have next? There's the topic of the day. Okay, so I'm on time. I'm well on time. My musing after the fast, I tend to gain a lot of clarity. I tend to gain a lot of clarity. And I don't know if you all are looking at this. I'm looking at I took my Christmas tree out. You see the box right there over here? Point at that box. The Christmas tree box. The weather brought it. So the topic of the day is hard work. And so I started thinking about it, and I was specifically in my industry. Like, the work is not hard. And I really think that we should define to ourselves. I'm not going to bring up the dictionary. Ourselves. What exactly is hard? Like, take a look at what's hard to you, because what I'm finding is that a person, it doesn't get clear on their definition of what hard, what most things are for themselves, right? Because what's could be determined for hard work for one person is not for the other person. So we have to define it for ourselves. What we tend to do is we tend to adopt what other people think is hard. And we take without even, just for lack of spending excess mental energy, which is essentially what it is. Like, we don't want to spend excessive mental energy. We're built and wired that way. We're built and wired to be as efficient as possible. And we lean on that. Like, that's the convenience thing. That's why social media and just Amazon, like, if you make it convenient and efficient, people are willing to buy it, right? We're willing to invest into it, which is not a bad thing. However, when it comes to certain things that we believe or words that we say over and over again, it would make sense for us to actually define it. So what is hard work? And this is what I'm going to tell you what hard work is generally for people is, as a consensus, is what most people aren't doing or don't want to do. Generally, like, just put it out there, a general definition of hard work, what most people don't want to do. But then when I start to dive into it, it's like, is this really hard work? Like, and I did this not even thinking about the definition a while ago, and what I considered hard work, and anyone who knows me will tell you, is that someone will ask me, did I work hard today? And my response has been for years was, as long as I don't have to go on somebody's roof or on a roof in South Florida in the sun, then it wasn't a hard day. Let me break that down for you. As long as I don't have to go on somebody's roof in South Florida, it's someone else's roof or my roof, in the sun, it hasn't been a bad day for me. It's not a hard day. It wasn't hard. And I say that because I have experience of going on the roofs in South Florida, specifically in the summertime, but really year round. I'm going to go even deeper into it. Really year round, I've been on roofs, and there's a couple of things that bother me about roofs. Number one, I'm not a fan of heights. And I'll do roller coasters, and we'll go to, I'll do heights like that, or go on elevators, but there's just a little bit more safety to it than going up on a roof, even with the with the pitch and the slant, pitch or slant. Like, that bothers me. Like, mentally, that fatigues me. And then it's hot. 9 times out of 10, I don't have the proper shoes. 9 times out of 10, I probably don't even need to be on the roof. But there have been plenty of occasions that I found myself on roofs, whether that's my roofs, whether that's investment property roofs. More than likely, I've been on roofs when there were inspections that were being done. I found myself on roofs, and it's just the going up of the ladder takes mental energy. The being on there and paying attention to, because I don't want to fall. All right. So it's like the thought process of falling. Like, there's so many things that are going through my mind. So I can't even imagine for a person who's a roofer who has to go on there and has to carry heavy towels or carry rolls of whatever. Like, to me, that is hard work, because just me being on the roof, looking at it, follow me, guys, just me being on the roof and looking at it is hard work to me. So for me, it's a lot of work, mental energy expending because it, it involves courage. So for me, and I've never really fully explained it like this, but that's what it means to me. That is hard work. Other than that, it's not hard work. Now, most of us, I would imagine most people that are listening to this, and shouts out to the roofers that are, because there are roofers who don't think that that's hard work. For them, hard work possibly may be sitting in a cubicle typing something up, right? Just because the amount of and someone, watching them all the time and them not being in the fresh air. So I'm just doing it from my perspective. That's why I think it's very important for you to do it in your perspective. So when I framed it that way, and I can frame it more, but I don't intend on going on a lot of roofs anytime soon. Like that is not in my business forecast, or I'm forecasting how I see my business 5, 10, 15 years from now. It may change. Who knows? Mike may become a roofer or own a roofing company. But as of now, that's not really huge on my list of plans for my business or objectives in my business. However, once again, this is me defining it for myself. So when I framed it that way, when I framed it in my mind saying, that's what hard work is to me, I can go deeper into it. I'm not going to, for the sake of, I want you all to stay with me for a second. I think it would behoove you to figure out what it is that's hard work for you. Like you, for yourself. That way you're not getting it from anybody else. Because the worst thing that a person can do and live in their life is live their life for someone else. I mean, that's not in your immediate family. You know what I mean? Like your wife, husband, child, I get that. Let's not go that deep into it, but you guys will get what I'm saying. Like living your life from the general level of everybody's calling this hard work. And so I'm going to take their word for it. And not necessarily even gaining the experience within it or the exposure of it. Because what they call hard work, you may love. And if you like or love what it is that you're doing, or if you're passionate about it and it comes easy to you, heck, even if you're not passionate about it and it comes easy to you, and a lot of people don't want to do it, you got something. You got something. There are people who are doing tedious tasks that they enjoy doing, and they can do it for 12, 15 hours. They can hurry up and take a break and they can get back to it. But then it's just something that they do. And 30 people will come, 100 people will come by and say, 97 people, 95 people, 95 people will come by and say, I don't know how you do that. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. That's too much work. That's hard work. That's too tedious. That's repulsive, whatever. It triggers them, whatever. That's fine. But if you can do it and it's useful towards people, people don't want to do it, there's an opportunity. Guys, that's foundational living. That's thinking for yourself. And we're going to get a lot deeper into that kind of thought. Honestly, I'm just going to brush the surface. Like I spoke about last week, I'm going to keep this as basic as possible. But the most basic thing a person can do is to think for themselves. Stop taking everyone's opinion or experiences of what it is and what they don't like. You've never tried it. You've never done it. And you know what's interesting is that we instill this in kids early. That's the no thing. That's they kids tend to push boundaries. I noticed that with I got a 2-year-old and I have a 13-year-old. And so it's interesting to see because a 13-year-old is fully indoctrinated, whereas a 2-year-old is trying to figure it out. And you can see like some things I'm like, I love this, and he's looking at me like, no, no, I don't like, nope, I don't like it. You know, so he's defining it for himself, and the best thing I can do is I feel like I can do as a parent right now is to allow him. Okay, you don't like it? Oh, that's fine. I would say try it. I get him to try it, and if he tries it and he doesn't like it, okay. You don't have to eat everything on the table. I think that's a blessing. All right, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate you all checking in. I appreciate you all listening. Please engage. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. Here's the question of the day. It says, what would you like to see on the show that would make it valuable and informative for you? Do you want to hear about more things about defining things? I'm doing a lot of work in, besides real estate. One of my passions is sociology. Specifically, I'm doing a lot of work in NLP, going over different values, belief systems, generalizations, transes, flow states. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of stuff, and so I'm really jumping into that. Maybe so you understand. Anywhere from Gabor Mate, Richard Bandler, Chris Voss, etc. A lot of these different things I'm really diving deep into. So that's also on the table. If you want to hit me up and or DM me or about real estate or something like that, we can definitely have a conversation about it. Other than that, listen, I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.